Good afternoon, people. This is Tony Rey-no coming at you from Two Wheel for Fun. You know, the site I created for the simplicity of the ride. Well, today I will not be riding, but I will be doing a mini install or a partial install of the mini floorboards from Goldstrike. It comes in three parts: the actual floorboard, the attachment to the bike, and then there's another big silver thing. If you order these, you'll see it all in the box and instructions and stuff like that. So I'll kind of go through what I did. But before I do that installation, I want to tell you why I am changing the original foot pegs from the mini foot peg to the floorboard. And for me, it all comes down to the type of boots that I wear. Okay, what's the difference between the three? A sport boot has a very rigid sole, which means it doesn't flex when you're moving around on the peg trying to get a good position to handle a curve at speed. Which is why with the original foot peg, it really doesn't matter because I don't feel anything with this boot. Okay, hard sole, small foot peg, and I can work around on this with my foot at will. Okay. For the sport touring boot, it's kind of a semi-rigid sole, so I can feel a little bit in there. So with this original foot peg, this kind of doesn't work. It does, but it doesn't, because I can still feel my foot digging into this. And that is why I purchased the mini foot peg, because it has a little bit more real estate than the original. And so my foot is kind of, you know, right here, and I don't have to feel it digging in. I hope you guys understand that by the nature of the size. Okay. And then when I started wearing my full touring boot, which has a very flexible sole, which means I can feel a rock if I step on it, these two don't really work, because again, I can feel my foot on each of these. This one a lot. This one only here because it's a little ridge right here. I don't know if you can. I don't know if the camera is picking up that difference of level, but there's a ridge right here that I feel on my foot all the time. So that's where the mini footboard comes into play. Since I'm in this boot 90% of the time when I'm riding, I don't feel anything on here. My foot just goes there, and I'm in a relaxed position anyway, so that's why I ordered the mini floorboards, because it gives you a lot more real estate than the original and the mini. You know, to put things in perspective, I'm very comfortable on this one. It can work with either boot, but it works best with the sport touring boot and also the touring boot. Okay, this one here is primarily for the ZX14 when I ride it, because, you know, again, it's a rigid sole, a lot more protection, because sport bike, I'm doing very sportlish things on there, if that makes sense. And I told you before, it's going to be a semi-install, because I've already pre-fabricated this thing. I put it on this cardboard so you can see. It's actually three parts. This is the actual floorboard here. This little slither here piece in the middle that goes to here, and then this part here actually goes on to the bike. So basically this goes on first, and then this attaches to this, and then the floorboard attached to here. So basically it's gonna drop down a little further on the bike. And instead of showing it with you on my hand, let's go to the bike real quick so I can put it on there and you guys can see what I'm doing. How about that? All right, people, you know what? I figured if I'm gonna do this, I might as well do it right and show you the right way as far as the installation is concerned. Instead of saying this has been prefabricated and this is connected to that and that is connected to this, I just went on and broke down the entire footboard, and I will show you the full installation. Now, I've already removed the cotter pin and the washer from the little pin that's already in the original foot peg. And basically there's a pin that goes down there, down through the thing with the spring right here. This washer is at the end of the pin, which has holes in it, and then you slide the cotter pin in, or since I'm removing it, you slide the cotter pin out, the washer falls down, and then you can remove the pin. Okay, so just imagine that I've done it already because I have. Gonna put that down there, and I'm gonna remove the pin, and then you will see the spring. Okay, so basically now that the cotter pin is removed with the washer, you can kind of press up on the end of the pin like so, and then just pull that out. Okay, and once you pull that out, you just basically slide this out. Okay, now if you're not that mechanically inclined, you might want to take a picture of the whole assembly first, or refer to your user manual. But this is a very, very simple process to do. Okay, now that we've had that off, now we can remove the pin, or the spring, I should say. Okay, and this spring basically hooks onto the edge of that side, and the left and right side of the bike is the exact same, so I'm just going to do this side of the bike since I already have the mini boards installed on my Goldwing. Okay, so again, slide the spring out, and now since this is what you're getting rid of, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Now you can keep it just on the off chance you want to revert back to the original pegs. And now to install, this is the first part, and it all comes in the kit with it all comes in the Goldstrike footboard kit, mini footboard or mini floorboards. You'll have the same thing. You have the actual footboard, you got the attachment to the bike, the ratchet connection here that goes onto here, which I'll show you in a minute, screws and washers. Okay, just follow the directions. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, since this will be going onto the bike like this. Okay, you have this in here with these little ratchet type edges, and if you look in the inside, I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but you'll see that L in there. So there's one with the L. There we go. There's one with the L. The other one has a R. Of course, left side, right side. So you want to be sure you put the appropriate side on the right side of the bike. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. This part here is going to hook on to that part there. You want the ratchet part facing out. Okay. That hook there, the long part, is going to go into the pinhole in the bike like so. Okay, I can see it in there, and then you want to kind of hold that in place and work with it until it goes in like so. It's in there now. That's not going anywhere because the pin goes through the spring and then through the other side of the motorcycle. See that hole there? And now what this is designed to do is, like when you're going around a curve, this will flex up when you're dragging it and then drop back down into place. Okay? And now you can use the same cotter pin, or you can use a fresh cotter pin. Whatever suits your fancy. I'm just going to use the original one. Oh, and by the way, the screws for here, I'm using a 6mm hex. Hope that is picked up on camera. 6mm. Oh, is that picked up? Yeah. All right. And basically, ooh, scratch my phone space. You want to hold that down. You want the hole facing towards you so you can see it as you're putting that on there. And then you want to slip the cotter pin back through the hole. Okay? And once that's on there, you can take a flathead screwdriver or a pair of needle nose pliers and bend that bend the cotter pin back out so it won't slip out. So basically I'm just going to grab the whole thing, try to, because it just moved on me. You know what, let's just, yeah. So grab one end. I know I don't have to explain how to bend a cotter pin. To bend that over like so. And then once one side is done, okay, there you go, that works. Just play with that a little bit until it turns. And then once that turns all the way to the other side, now you can flex that one and bend it down, okay? And now, like I say, you're bending this cotter pin back out of the way, so one, it won't scratch you. Probably won't scratch you anyway because you'll have on boots, but you never know. And by bending it, it will prevent it from slipping out. It'll probably never slip out, but you never know, to be honest, you know? So just go ahead and bend it. And now that part is on the bike. And now we can put this part onto here. Or actually, what you want to do, now I know where I want mine because it's where I had it before. So I'm going to put mine on the end position like so. All right. And the big part will be the part facing forward. So you'll be like this. Okay. And again, this is where I had it before. So basically with the ratchet side out, one ratchet side matches the other ratchet side, okay? So you're gonna go here. And the reason those are ratcheted sides because it kind of depend on where you want to have it. You know, it can be tilted forward, it could be tilted down, or where I have it, it's like level. And that's where I like to have mine. So since I know that's where it's gonna go, I'll just put that right there like so. I guess that wasn't in the camera. Right at the top end. You can have it like so, or you can have it like so, or like so. All right? I know this is where I want mine to be because this is where I had it before. Like I said, it comes with 2 screws. So the first screw, you're going to put it in here so this will be screwed to the floorboard. All right? So working it in there. I can take my little Allen wrench, kind of get there like so. And it's a good thing to use Loctite after you get it in the right position that you want. I'm not going to use Loctite right now because I want to make sure that it's still at the right angle once I put it in there, okay? So I'm just going to put it on the bike now, and then I'll come back later and put Loctite on it since I know where it'll be. So basically I'm putting the lock washer on there, and then the second screw hole for there. Now you want to put that in there, and you want to put it and match up the spline with the bike. And what I mean by matching up is you want to have it, you know, either tilted forward, tilted back, or you want to have it straight like I have it, okay? And then with that, you just screw it into the bike like so. And like I said before, if you hit a curve, it will kind of flex up. You know what? I think I remember I had mine in a different position. I remember that because if it's all the way forward, it won't flex. So I'm gonna loosen this screw basically and change positions from the forward position. Loosen that a little more. You know what? I think I may have to take that all the way out. Yeah, gotta take it all the way out. So I'm taking this all the way out. I'm gonna flip this piece here and then take it back in there. And the reason I'm changing position is because when I had it all the way forward position, the footrest was hitting onto the edge of the kickstand right here, and it wasn't allowing it to flex all the way up. So basically, if I was going around a curve and my foot peg hit the ground, it wouldn't flex like it's supposed to, and it would kind of lift the bike up as you're going around the turn, which is a real big safety hazard. Okay, so now with this one being in the back, I can put it there. Again, match it up to the spline on the bike, match up where you want it, and screw it in like so. Is that, there we go. Right. And now, when I was trying to flex it before and it wouldn't move because it was hitting up against here, now it will flex up. Okay? And since that is like that, like I said, I will take it out for a run, and then if it feels really good, I will come back through and put Loctite onto these screws to make sure that they don't come out while I'm on the road. Because if those screws came out and your foot peg fell off, I'm pretty sure you'd have a very bad day. So that is the Goldstrike mini floorboard installation. Do you have to change the foot pegs? You really don't. But this does make for a more comfortable ride, especially depending on the boot that you're wearing. All right. So if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and smash that notification bell for upcoming videos. I think next up will be the highway peg installation. All right, catch you guys next time. Peace.